everybody? It's your boy 313 J-Mo. And before I get this video started, I got to give you a little disclaimer. I might sound a little nasally. My voice might sound a little messed up. As y'all know, I'll be having sinus problems, and the seasons are switching right now. And as always, messes up my sinuses, so they're pretty screwed right now. But I'm trying to get everything set. Now let's get into this football game. And I know when people listen to the roundtable, they might not like my take on this game, but I just, this is more than about like what happened on the field. It's just a thing with this team, and so let's go over the game. Matthew Stafford was better than he was last week in a sense, and I thought he would be better than last week. And last week he was amazing. But in the second half, he didn't throw an incompletion and threw for like 153 yards and had like a 157 point, the perfect quarterback rating. He was amazing. I expected him to be amazing against this Giants secondary. I knew they would get carved up. Big game from Kenny Golladay. Marvin Jones was, he didn't do much big play-wise, but he still had his key catches to give you that 5 yards here, the 7 yards there. Just move the chains. He wasn't much of a factor. Danny Amendola had a great game. And I remember, I think it was Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner said, you're only as good as your third receiver. And honestly, if my third receiver is Danny Amendola or Marvin Hall, who we're going to get to, then I'm feeling pretty good, especially if my first two receivers is Kenny Golladay and Marvin Jones, and then I got guys like TJ Hockenson and Jesse James. We're going to get to the tight ends too. Let's talk about Marvin Hall. I've been saying put Marvin Hall out there. I think I said something about him having his first touchdown. I think I predicted that in the last video. So it's good to see Marvin Hall get his first touchdown. I mean, the dude is a burner. Like I said, the dude, Marvin Hall, is our Deshaun Jackson. I'm not saying he's as good. I'm not saying he'll be an all-time great or nothing like that. What I'm saying is he's our deep ball threat that takes the top off the defense. There's different kinds of deep ball threats, but he's the guy that's just a straight line speed. Tyreek Hill, Deshaun Jackson, I'm gonna run past you. Not the kind of I'm gonna run a deep crossing route, or I'm gonna run a deep go route, or a deep long post route if my quarterback can get protection, and then make a great contested 50-50 catch that the Calvin Johnsons and the Galladays and the Marvin Jones, those guys make. But he's different. He's just gonna take the top off the defense, and he's just gonna go, and he can catch. He can run routes, and I like him. He has speed. I think he's going to be on the team for at least a couple years. He's going to be another one of the receivers that Matthew Stafford is going to turn into a superstar. Marvin Hall will be a name that we will all know, love, and remember and talk about every year. Marvin Hall is going to be a guy. Thank you, Bob Quinn, even though I'm upset at you getting rid of Quandre Diggs because Tracy Walker got hurt in the game, you freaking idiot. I will say, kudos to you, Bob Quinn, for getting Marvin Hall. I like the Carson guy. He didn't really do much. I mean, our O-line doesn't run block well, but I liked his juice. We need a little bit of juice in the backfield, not just J.D. McKissick and Ty Johnson. We needed somebody else. I liked it. Ty Johnson had a couple great runs, but they got called back. Now we gonna talk about Darrell Bevell and that play call. One thing I'll say, I'm not really that high on this win because I expected this win. If y'all was listening to my earlier videos, I basically overlooked this game. I'm we're going to beat the Giants. We're too much for the Giants. It's about beating the Raiders. But that flea flicker trick with J.D. McKissick, that's what you do to a team that's 2-6 and you don't respect. Of course, they 2-6, they had to lose to us. You only do that to a 2-5 team. You don't do that to a top team. It was just, we're going to disrespect you and give you this last touchdown. Well, my thing is the game was too close for comfort. Our defense was getting chopped up, chop suey. Besides a few, it was 6 or 7 times, maybe 8 or 9, where we created pressure. Besides those 9 times throughout the game we created pressure, Daniel Jones, plenty of time in the backfield to go through his reads because we had to focus on Saquon Barkley so much. Now, we would have lost this game if we didn't stop Saquon Barkley. Same thing with Dalvin Cook. Daniel Jones would have threw 4 touchdowns. And Saquon Barkley would have killed us. Last week, Kirk Cousins threw 4 touchdowns. Dalvin Cook killed us, and we lost. And Stafford balled out in both of these games. So y'all see, The difference in the game was us stopping the running back and the defensive touchdown that we got earlier. It's nice to see the defense make some plays, but one thing I've noticed is 2 of the games that we've won, the other units have scored touchdowns, and I don't like that. You want your team to contribute, but I don't like that our wins only came when they did contribute. We should be able to win without that. So what is my issues with this game? What is the problem? What do I have? What is my issue with this game? It's the team. As y'all know, man, I'm just sit here and talk to y'all, man. Look, bro. It's not a bigger Lions fan out here than me. It's not a guy that goes out on a limb more than me. And I just been watching this team, and I just been watching Chargers ugly win, Eagles, we barely escaped with that win. And then this win, another barely escaped ugly type of win, because I know some Lions fans in there, until they saw us get the onside kick, they was like, game not over, because we've seen the Lions lose in amazing ways. Like, it's phenomenal. Like, they should make a movie on us and our losing, and it should be in the box office, and it should sell 100 millions of copies of the ways to lose a football game 1-on-1, like Football for Dummies, the ways to lose a football game, Lions edition. We singing that, y'all. But my thing is, I'm watching this team, and I'm watching us compete, and I'm just watching the Giants carve us up. I'm concerned about our pass defense. Now, we was the best pass defense in the league. I don't know what happened so soon. Maybe Rashawn Melvin is getting worse, because he got torched for 2 touchdowns today against a rookie. Justin Coleman Golden Tate had a good game, but Justin Coleman came up when he needed to. No Darius Slay, no Quandre Diggs anymore. Tracy Walker was playing very well till he got hurt, and you got Tavon Wilson out there, rookie Will Harris out there. We taking a step back in that area. Our linebackers have taken a step back in coverage. Our run defense finally got better with Deshaun Hand being back. Deshaun Hand being back saved us. It was a lot of times Saquon was going to break a big run, but Deshaun Hand saved us. Like, us stopping Saquon Barkley is why we won this game, and that's why I'm upset. We shouldn't have to stop Saquon Barkley. We should dominate this team and treat them like the 2-6 team they are. We're not supposed to compete, have fun. And Stafford's interception, I knew he was going to throw a pick in this game. I kind of alluded to it in the last video if you really listened to it. But my thing is this, look, you got to do better. And look, a win is a win. I'm glad we got it. But a win is a win is not going to have me thinking we about to roll into Oakland and whoop up on them. Now, we should beat Oakland. Minnesota beat Oakland. I'm only saying that because Minnesota's just a little bit better than us. If they beat Oakland, we should be able to beat them. I don't mean to say it like that, but the Packers beat them, Vikings beat them, and they both whooped on them. So we should at least be able to beat them in a close game, because the Lions ain't gonna whoop on anybody. But we should be able to go on the road and beat them in a close game. I do think the game gonna come down to like that last possession type of stuff. But Giants game, I'm happy we won. And the reason why I'm so upset this season, and I alluded to it, well, so upset now because I feel like the Packers game, once they stole that game for us, it really destroyed our season. Stafford playing like an MVP. 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 105 quarterback rating, like a 66% completion percentage, like over 2,000 yards. Like, he literally probably throw for 5,000 yards and 45 touchdowns. Like, seriously. And we 3-3. How are you 3-3 when your quarterback is playing that well? And to me, it comes down to coaching, because the coaching here in Arizona caused us to lose a football game we were supposed to win. And, I'm just, and then Kerryon Johnson is hurt. Diggs is gone. It's just, it just don't look good. And that's why I said this Raiders game is what everything is riding on. And I'm holding the Lions to a higher standard. I'm the guy so I don't want to hear people, upset with me. I'm the guy that told y'all we was going 11-5, a 10-6 range at worst. This team not looking like that. We looking like a 9-6-1. We'll see. But I'm paying a lot of attention to the small details with these games since we've been losing, man. Like, we lost 3 games to 3 good teams. Giants aren't a good team. We barely beat them. Eagles are straight. We barely beat them. Chargers are okay. We barely beat them. Like, now we should have beat Arizona, but we didn't. So it's time, go out and beat a real team. Because to me, we haven't really. The Eagles are a good team, but we haven't beat like a top tier team. We should have beat the Packers. We know. go out and beat a top tier team. Now, we don't really face one. The probably best challenge will be Dallas. I'm not overlooking the Bears, but beat Dallas. But you go out here and you go beat Oakland. Like I said, Green Bay and Minnesota beat them. We got offenses and defenses similar in some types of aspects. We should be able to beat them. And if you don't, it's a wrap. Straight up. This is my weekly update on Daryl's Bevel offense and what I think about it. I like his offense. It's pretty solid. The passing game is great, but the running game philosophy is completely terrible. So I would give it a B right now. The running game philosophy is completely terrible. A lot of all of these dives, and I would just call it dives and dumping. You diving and you dumping. You sound like you a bum searching for trash or something. And I'm just so sick of these run plays we're calling. We don't call outside. We don't motion right. The run game is in total shambles. But guys, is anything new? Usually it's the run game in total shambles. Then on top of that, we got an idiot O coordinator. Now the run game is in shambles, but we don't have an idiot or coordinator. We have a coordinator that can help us win some games. I mean, we would have beat Minnesota if the defense could hold a lead. We would have beat the Chiefs if the defense could hold a lead. So offense has been fine, but with the tight ends, I'm very, very upset with how he's not using the tight ends. And no, our tight end room isn't doing well right now. And I really don't know why, because the tight ends are open. I don't know if they're calling the pass plays. I don't know if Stafford isn't going to. I don't know. And I don't think it's that. They're open. So we just got to figure out a better philosophy. And they run block a lot. A better philosophy to help us, make use of the tight end. But it is what it is. It's your boy 313 J-Mo, man. I'm happy we got the dub. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what you thought about this game and what you think about the rest of the season, guys. I'm out.